Okay, so welcome everybody to this edition of Chair Yoga with Health Coach Gayle. I'm so excited that you're here, making time for yourself. And sometimes just showing up is the hardest part. And you've all done that. And now it's all just kind of downhill, but hopefully in a very positive way. So we'll take the next 15-ish, 20 minutes to calm our nervous system, get out of our heads for a little while into our bodies. And that is such a powerful practice. I encourage everyone to do that on a daily basis, if not several times a day, even if it's in small doses. A 5-minute break from simply making decisions and going from one thing to another can be such a powerful practice. So thanks for being here, and we'll jump in. So I'm just here on a comfy chair, and I'm going to try and position myself here so you can see a little bit more of me. And we're going to start with just warming our hands and connecting to some deep diaphragmatic breathing. A slow inhale, pause at the top. And then a slow, deep exhale. Let's do another one, and then we can lift our arms up. And another time. Okay. So let's begin here with just a gentle twist and look behind, stretch, twisting the lower spine, releasing any energy that might be stored there, holding it. And then we can go back the other way. And then with hands on our laps, we can bring them here to the center. And we're kind of near the edge of our chairs and just leaning forward and then slowly coming back up. And then we'll go again, but out to this one side and come back up. Center, and back up. And then the other side. This is a great lower back strength, core strengthening move that you can do every day. Those are endurance muscles that need to be kept in solid form to keep us upright and minimizing any back pain potential. All right. And then with our hands on our lap, we can just kind of make a C shape with the spine and then come back up to sitting. And let's do that 5 times. Deep, even breath. Okay. And then we're going to just warm up the core a little bit. And we can do that by just lifting and lowering, alternating knees, lifting the foot up off the floor and just marching in our chair. All right. And then let's put our hands back on our knees and then just open and close them, kind of waking up the hips a bit. Open and close. Okay, and then we're going to kind of lean to one side, come around and circle and come back. And let's do this 5 times each direction. Excellent. And then we can bring the chin down towards the chest. And then slowly roll ear to opposite shoulder or same side shoulder. And then coming back to center and going the other way. Releasing any tension that might be stored in the neck and shoulders. Okay. And then we can just do some shoulder shrugs. Lift and drop. Okay. And then we can do shoulder rolls. Going towards the back. And then we can roll towards the front. All right. And then let's do some kick outs. So what that looks like is sitting back on your chair. We're just going to lift and kick both feet out at the same time. Let's do that 5 times. Getting the blood really flowing here. Okay. And then we can scoot up just a little bit, and we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet, like we're doing a calf raise. All right. And then let's put our hands behind our head like this. And we're going to really connect to the core muscles by crossing over. And you can either lift with the knee, or you can come all the way down. And let's go 5 in each direction. And you can mix that up too. You could do some lifting, and then some where you keep the feet on the ground. Coming all the way up to sitting in between. All right. And then we can put the hands on the knees again and do that back stretch and sit up. Okay. And then we'll warm up the arms a little bit more. So knees go wide. We're leaning forward a bit, and we can just swing, big swing of the arms. This works well standing, of course, too. Great way to wake up in the morning. Usually do some arm swings, bring the legs into it as well. It's kind of a lateral lunge. And then we can turn that into helicopter arms and really wake up the spine. Right, and then let's do some punches. So we're going to start straight, punch, punch, down, center, up. We're just going to keep this going. Down, center, up, crossing over, bringing the oblique muscles of the core into this, as well as the upper body. All right, and let's just shake out the arms. And then we can just flap them up and all the way down. Even breath. And a little lymphatic drainage move that's really positive. Making fists with the hands and just shaking the arms. All right. And we can do some crossovers. And then I want to show you one of my favorite stretches of all. Great upper body opener is you reach over with one arm and reach up with the other. And what you're trying to do is come close here to fingers touching. And then you can flip it and go the other way. And you can just flip that a couple times. Don't worry if there's a gap there, that's really common. But what it will tell you, especially if it's an uneven gap, like maybe on one side you can come close to touching, and on the other, there's a couple inches gap. That tells you there's an imbalance in your upper body. There's tightness that you might want to work on through some stretching. Because the more balanced we are and flexible, the less prone we are to injury. All right, hands on knees again, and let's sit up and down. And then let's put one hand crossed over. We can kind of lean down so hand goes down towards the ankle, and we can reach up towards the sky and look up at the same time and hold that and breathe. Okay, and coming back up to sitting. Even if you're just placing a hand on the knee and not stretching down, that's fine. Just be wherever you are. The most important thing is that you're here and taking care of yourself, calming your nervous system. All right. So let's do a finger and wrist opener here, pulling back and then pressing down. Our hands do so much for us every day, and I'm just going to show them a little love and appreciation here. And then we can do the finger twirl like this. And then we can do wrist circles. All right, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do similar thing with the lower body. So we'll do a couple kickouts again. And then let's just do point and flex with the toes. You can hear my ankles popping. And then we'll do some circles going in one direction with both feet. And then back the other way. I'll spare you a close-up of my feet. All right. So let's come back to a little bit more marching. Hope everyone's feeling good. Got some energy flowing today. And then let's scooch to the front of the chair, hands on the quads. And then we're just going to slowly bend forward. Hands as close to your feet and ankles as you can. Chest down towards the knees. And hold that and breathe. Feel the stretch down the back of your legs. And then slowly come back up. Right, and just cooling down here a little bit. We've got hands up like this, and we're just going to rotate the shoulders down and back up. Then we can come in and back out. And then a big stretch overhead. Can send some gratitude to our physical forms and be in awe of all of the things that our bodies do for us every day without us even asking. Okay, and we can shake out the arms. I hope you're taking good care of your forever home, your physical self. And let's come back to the hand warming. And then chin down to the chest again, ear to shoulder. And we'll do one more upper body stretch here. Arm twirling, so hands are down. And one at a time, we're just going all the way back and all the way forward. And then we can go the other way. Okay. And then bring one arm up like this. We can just pull gently back with the back of the elbow. So you should feel the stretch going up your arm. Okay, and then we can go to the other side and do the same. All right, and then just a little shrug. I'm wishing everyone a great week ahead. Can't believe we're saying goodbye to May today and hello to June tomorrow. So here's to a great month ahead for everyone. And I appreciate you all being here so much.
Thank you, Gayle.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Right, have a good rest of your night, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye.